What's happening, guys? I'm Dan. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving back into more Arvon beer. It is once again a collaboration beer between Arvon Brewing Company and Founders Brewing Company. Really cool. So there's the Founders label on the other end, the emblem. And this is called the Aztec Time Machine, a Mexican hot chocolate stout, clocking in at 8.7% ABV. This is a Mexican hot chocolate stout brewed in collaboration with Founders, brewed with chocolate, cinnamon, and cayenne peppers. Now, the interesting thing about this beer, if we go back in time a few months, maybe even four or 5 months, I can't remember how long it's been, we have the release from Founders, the beer known as Spicy Chocolate, KBS, so a KBS variant. Sounds very similar to this beer, so I'm willing to bet that that beer was the base that this one is today, the collaboration beer known as Aztec Time Machine. So weird, guys, that they brought that Spicy Chocolate KBS to market quite a few months ago. Founders solely did that. And now you have this similar beer, which isn't bourbon barrel aged, yet is still 8.7%. So no slouch. I think the KBS was 12%. This is 8.7. So this is clearly not barrel aged. It would have said it. But really cool labeling, and really cool to note that just that this very well could be the base variant of the KBS Spicy Chocolate. So throwing that out there, this beer is quite expensive. Minimal, you're gonna at the minimum you're gonna find it at $7.99, but that's undercutting what this really is. It's more like an $8.99 beer. So we're gonna dive in and see what this one's about, guys, and it is pretty darn fresh. So I know this was just dropped a couple days ago, so no need to worry about the freshness of this beer, although it's not listed. So let's go to a pour. Still brown as we pour it, but indeed very dark in the glass. Slick and oily as we pour it with very little head retention. It looks like corroded suds. It looks crazy. It looks like it's just not wanting to stay there, guys. And indeed, it's going away, dissipating very, very quickly. So Mexican hot chocolate stout. These are hit and miss for me. You have to really be in the mood. I don't want to say I'm 100% in the mood for this today, as it feels like spring. I want this on a really cold winter day, but look at this thing, man. That head is gone. Like, that's one of the fastest heads I've ever seen dissipate on a beer. But it's acidic cola in a glass. It's still kind of oily and dark. I mean, there's no way to slice this besides look at this. That's what it is, and you can get a great look at it right there. Let's go to an aroma, guys. It's very warm temperature, by the way. It's not warm. It's the basement's temperature. This is not refrigerated. This has been in, I don't know, 63 degrees maybe down here. I'm going to just take that guess, guys, just so you know that. Smells very chocolatey. Chocolate milk. A little bit of dry, seedy pepper. Just very slight, though. It's not very pepper forward on the nose. A little bit of vanilla sweetness. A little bit of roasted charred malt, a little bit of coffee, but it's very chocolatey. It's very chocolatey, and I think the peppers take a back seat to the chocolate. Milk chocolate, baker's chocolate, a little bit of cocoa powder, but the peppers are not very pronounced, so we'll see how hot this one is. It's going to be a toss-up. Aztec Time Machine, very cool collaboration beer. Let's check this out. Wow. It's very chocolatey on the front. And the peppers do indeed come through on the back end. Very dry heat. Serrano, habanero dry heat on the back end. That cayenne heat. Just a touch of cinnamon, not overplayed, because cinnamon can absolutely ruin a beer. This, in fact, is not ruined. I have a little bit of warming, like down here, not even in my chest. It's like when it hits your belly. It's like this acidic hot chocolate, cayenne pepper kind of dust, a little bit of cocoa powder. Wow, quite remarkable at this 60-some degree beer. It's very good. I can't imagine this would be any worse cold. It'd probably just be better, but the flavors are really emerging in this warm temperature. I can't believe how chocolate forward it is. The front and middle, you're bombarded with just vanilla, chocolatey, cinnamon. It's a fantastic chocolate bomb in the beginning and the middle. Yes, you get a little bit of that roasted malt, a little touch of coffee. The coffee is very underwhelming compared to the chocolate. The way this goes down, it's still chewy. It's slick and oily. Very enjoyable, like a very, very tasty beer with a nice little bit of subtle dry heat. I love heat, and I would say this one's not overdone, but someone who's very sensitive to heat may not like this beer in today's case. But for me, the perfect amount of heat, not too much cinnamon, so not that much at all, which clearly didn't ruin the beer for me, my taste buds. And the chocolate bomb that pursues is awesome. It's a really tasty beer at 60-something degrees, guys. Very enjoyable. That heat is so dry on the back end. It's just a seedy, airy, dry ethanol-y heat that layers that chocolate. It just, your whole mouth is just layered with chocolate. And again, I get like a vanilla, milky, cinnamon chocolate bomb. That's just the biggest thing that I'm getting off this beer. And as you drink it, that heat does build. I can feel it in the back of my throat, and I can feel a little bit of that burn in my stomach, like an acidic heat. It's good. It's a very good beer, even in today's standards, even with today's warmth outside. For being warm, 50 degrees outside, it's a very tasty beer. And as I burp, a little bit of that dry cayenne heat coming up. This is fantastic. It's really good. Yeah, cayenne pepper, cinnamon, chocolate. It's all coming through. But again, cinnamon not overplayed. Chocolate's perfect. It's a chocolate bomb in my opinion, in all the right ways. And it's smooth, yet still slightly sweet in the beginning, but bam, dry heat on the back end in all the right ways. Fantastic beer. Hard to rate because it's crazy. Where do I like this? Really good beer. Nice body to it too. 8.7 going down easy. Almost feels like it could be bourbon barrel aged, but you don't get the woody oakiness, so it's deceiving. Peppers shine. Chocolate shines. A little bit of coffee. Very good. 4.45 out of 5. Very specific. I just think it's like right below that 4.5 level. It's really enjoyable, really crazy beer. Fun collaboration. Another winner from Arvon, another winner from Founders. Boom, they smacked collabed for this beautiful beer, guys. So I'm Dan. I'm over now. Until next time, cheers, prost, yamas. See ya next time.